Hey guys, welcome back to Hike Oregon. Today's video is going to be another episode of my Backtrek series where I take you through all of the hikes that I went on in the month of June. If you are new here, welcome to the Hike Oregon family. I make hiking and backpacking vlogs as well as gear reviews and just general tips and tricks videos to help you become a more confident hiker and backpacker. If you enjoy content like that, click that red subscribe button and the notification bell so that you are notified every time I make a new video. And if you want more content from me, you can support me over on Patreon, where for as little as just $1, you get extra content each month. Okay, let's get into the video. The Fawn Lake Loop is located near the town of Crescent and Crescent Lake and is a total of 8.4 miles long. The hike takes you through beautiful forests of western hemlock and lodgepole pine and takes you by Fawn Lake and Pretty Lake. One should really not hike here in June or even July because the mosquitoes are horrendous. Most of the snow had just melted, so the swarms were concentrated in pockets, but I went to this general area a week later and they were so bad that I couldn't stop walking without getting attacked. This was my dog's first full hike off leash, and she did really great and really enjoyed herself as she got to run through the woods and play in the snow. The hike to Oldenberg Lake is 10.1 miles round trip and only 615 feet elevation gain. Along the way, you see a few other lakes, but Oldenberg takes the cake on this one. With its sandy shoreline and Cowhorn Mountain in the background, it is one of the most beautiful and serene lakes. This is the fourth time I have done this hike, and I've never seen another hiker, so it was another great trail where my dog Shiva got to practice being off leash. The mosquitoes were pretty horrendous, and I typically don't recommend you hike this area until about mid-August. The Iron Mountain Cone Peak Loop is one of the most popular wildflower hikes on the west side of the Cascades. The parking lot was packed even on a Wednesday morning. The flowers had just started blooming about 10 days prior, and they usually bloom through the second week of July. This hike not only has an abundance of wildflowers, it also has a really epic view from the top of the Cascades from Diamond Peak up to Mount Jefferson and everything in between. For a short hike, this one really packs a punch with its incredible scenery. Hawk Mountain is located north of Detroit and is a total of 2.4 miles round trip. This hike burned in the 2020 Lion's Head fire, so now the Beargrass and penstemon are blooming like crazy. The 1936 cabin at the top was saved by fire crews, and it sits in the most picturesque meadow with a view of Mount Jefferson. This was my birthday hike this year, and I will have a full YouTube video of this hike up soon. Sardine Mountain is located near Detroit, and I have tried to summit it twice before. This time we took the route from the east side, and it was an easy walk up the ridgeline. The hike is very short, a total of 0.77 miles round trip, but you gain almost 550 feet of elevation. This hike also burned in 2020 in the Beachy Creek fire, and it is also having an explosion of beargrass and penstemon flowers. On this third summit attempt, we did make it. However, this time there was no view because we were inside a cloud. Usually from the top, you can see amazing views of the Three Sisters, Mount Jefferson, and Mount Hood. The trailhead for Tumble Lake is a few minutes down the road from Sardine Mountain, so we decided to hike this one as well after summiting. This hike is 3.25 miles round trip with 900 feet of elevation gain on the way back, since you head downhill to the lake. The trail is very rocky and overgrown, and it was overall not very enjoyable. The lake shore is brushy unless you bushwhack to the south side of the lake where there is less brush. To be honest, there are so many other awesome lakes in Oregon that you can hike to. This one doesn't have to be on your list. My last hike of the month was on the South Salmon Creek Trail with my brother and sister to an amazing swimming hole 1 mile into the hike. You do gain some elevation both there and on the way back, but it was so worth it getting to plunge in that cold creek on such a hot day. We hung out there for a few hours before heading back and enjoying some lunch burgers at the Stewart's 58 Drive-In in Oak Ridge. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. Comment down below what hikes you think I should go on this summer in July and August and September. I'd love to hear your suggestions. If you don't already, go ahead and follow me over on Instagram. That's where I post all of my recent hiking and soon backpacking adventure pictures. And if you want to hike and backpack here in this amazing state of Oregon, check out my website, hikeoregon.net. You'll find tons of information there about summer day hiking, wildflower hikes, backpacking trips, summit hikes, and so much more. On the website is also where you'll find access to purchase all of the hiking guidebooks that I've written over the years. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you on the next adventure.